Second race of the weekend for the OT Publishing Coupe Cup. Here they come. Wayne Rockets, Mark Ridout in the orange car. There's Johnny Rockets. There's John Winter in the number 3. Next out is Luca in the 28. Watch for him from row 3. Dan Fletcher in the white and red 75 car. Then we've got Michael Evans in the number 5. There's Eddie O'Kane. Looks like we might be missing Neil Hurren, number 87. I can't see him down there. Should have been in front of Eddie O'Kane, so I think number 87 is missing. Behind O'Kane is Darren Banks, number 27. He's in the red car. Taylor Norton in the bright yellow. There's Ian Brunning, the blue car with the white stripes. Paul Lorry with the purple front to his car, number 51. He's there. Paul Smith, number 8, white and black with the red and blue stripe down the centre. Then Kevin Smiles. The rest of them come through. Roger Owens at the back in his new shape coupe, open to all generations of Hyundai Coupe, the series, all 4 shapes. We get ready for a 15-minute race, starting behind the safety car. Will Wayne Rocket take a double? He keeps telling us he's giving up motor racing, but he can never resist a comeback. If he wins again here, I bet this won't be the last time we see him this year either. There's Kevin Smiles, the 112, the silver and red car. Mark Worsley in green. Matthew Watson in pink. Certainly a riot of colour, aren't they, out there? Hugely enjoyable to race. Very closely matched cars. A team of Hyundai Coupes picked from this series even won the Burkett 6-hour relay race at Silverstone a few years ago. A handicap event that the 750 Motor Club organise at the end of every season, where you need a degree in mathematics to work out who's doing well in that with the handicapping use. Nick Flowers there towards the back. Blue car is Spencer Hirons, there's Roger Owens. So I think it is just the one car we're missing. I can't see Neil Hurren, his plain white number 87 car out there. Looks like the safety car about to unleash them. Johnny Rocket at the front of the grid. Blue and white halves with pink wheels. Hasn't he got good taste? The orange car of Mark Ridout behind him. Here we go then. Pack about to be unleashed, and off they go. Remember, no overtaking through the first couple of corners here. There's the yellow flag. You can't overtake under yellow flag, so you'll be disqualified. As they come out towards the left-hander at greens, now the race is on. Here we go with the OT Publishing Coupe Cup. Into the complex, Wayne Rockets has the lead from Mark Ridout. Johnny Rockets in 3rd position. Surely the best name for a racing driver I've heard in a long time. The ex-downhill mountain bike racer. John Winter in 4th place, the prime mover behind the success of this series. You can see the green flag showing around the circuits to tell the drivers racing is well and truly underway. Paul Smith having a go at Paul Lorry a little bit further back. There's Ian Brunning, the Nottinghamshire driver in the number 18, chasing Taylor Norton. Began his career at Buckmore Park, kart circuit in Kent. Johnny Rockets going for 2nd in the Banks family-owned car. He's up the inside coming through Goodwood, takes Mark Ridout, and it's Rockets 1 and 2. Now will they rocket away at the front of the field? 4th place is John Winter. He's going to try and go for 3rd, coming up towards Church. Luca Staccini, again not the best of starts. He's there in 5th position. Luca Staccini Anzanello to give his full name. First 4 broken away slightly, and a bit of rally crossing there. Dan Fletcher and Michael Evans run wide. They're very, very fast indeed through that. It was a scary moment. So Johnny Rocket has 2nd place. Here comes John Winter up the outside. Be careful, John. You know what you did at the chicane on the last lap yesterday. He wants 2nd place. Attacks Johnny Rocket. Excuse me, he says. No, says Johnny Rocket. I'm holding 2nd place. I don't care if you are the boss of the series. You're not getting past me. Remember the yellow flags at the first part of the lap? Yep, they drop in line astern. They remember. That's allowed Wayne Rocket to get away. You can see there at the head of the field. Coming out of the yellow flag zone, Johnny Rocket's under intense pressure, almost being pushed, bump drafted by Mark Ridout in the number 2 car. Has had an impressive season so far, now trying to get the shuffle at the complex. He goes to the left on the entry into Campbell, but he can't get alongside Johnny Rocket on the exit. Luca Staccini's under fire from Dan Fletcher. He's running well in the automobile number 75 car. Then Michael Evans in the number 5. That car looked a little bit smoky yesterday. Staccini's car covered in the signatures of various marshals from around the UK. As a thank you to them allowing them to autograph his car. I believe Ian, our pit reporter, autographed that car as well earlier this season at Snetterton when Luca took 2 wins. Eddie O'Kane is next in the order in the number 9. Now Michael Evans and John Winter both running in Class X on the entry list. X for experimental. They're trying out new parts that could be adapted and brought into the series regulations. What new parts? They won't tell me. They're keeping it a secret. Certainly working for John Winter, as Paul Smith nearly goes off there coming into Woodham Hill. Up towards the chicane. Here comes Winter again on the outside. Side by side, a lock-up from Mark Ridout in the number 2 in 4th place. Johnny Rocket again holding 2nd. Staccini's closed up now. And Eddie O'Kane, Taylor Norton, there's the 27 of Darren Banks over the line. Remember the yellow flags. Staccini's got through there ahead of Dan Fletcher. He's nearly on Mark Ridout, but he had to lift off for the yellows. Up towards the complex. Ian Brunning under fire from Paul Lorry. Again, John Winter locks up. Perhaps not new brakes he's trying out on that car. Eddie O'Kane under fire from Taylor Norton. Lives in London. As I said earlier, began his career at Buckmore Park, the UK's top kart circuit. Many great names have competed there. Some commentators as well. Not very successfully in my case, I might add. Darren Banks putting Taylor Norton under pressure. Paul Smith closing up as well. He got that penalty for an out of position start in yesterday's race, which dropped him back. Here he comes on the back of the 27 car of Banks. It's almost 3 wide. Taylor Norton holds them off. Good race here for the minor placings. This is for 9th, 10th and 11th place, trying to catch Eddie O'Kane for 8th. Still your leader is Wayne Rockets. Is there a change for 2nd there? Up the inside, Johnny Rockets under fire. And he loses out to John Winter into the chicane. And Luca Staccini's up to 4th. Ahead of Mark Ridout in the orange car. Side by side for 6th. And where's Paul Smith going? Across the chicane. That's where the barrier's very close there. Just about gathered it up. I thought he was going to spin. Ian Brunning next. He's under fire from Paul Lorry. Mind the yellow flags. Lorry's just about got through before the yellow flag zone. There you can see the start of it with the light flashing. Just under 10 minutes of this race to go, so we're 1/3 of the way through. Again, a lock-up from John Winter. He's pushing hard to try and catch Wayne Rockets. Rocket the younger in 3rd and bouncing over the curb there, Luca Staccini. Staying ahead of Mark Ridout, then a gap back to Dan Fletcher. He's got Michael Evans behind him in the number 7. In the number 5 rather, in 7th place. A good battle here for 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th. Here comes Staccini on the inside. He's going for 3rd. Johnny Rocket trying to move to cover as they go round Goodwood Corner. Heading out towards Village and Church. Speed really mounting here. Fastest lap of the race is with John Winter, 136.357. 88.35 miles an hour average around the Thruxton circuits. But even these relatively standard budget racer cars can achieve superb speeds. To the chicane. Luca Staccini now into his stride in the 28's car. Closing on John Winter. This squabbling is allowing Wayne Rocket to get away though, the local hero. And a spin there, Darren Banks has tangled with Paul Smith. Off goes Banks, he's going to hit the barriers. Wallop straight in he goes. Oh dear. The 27, the MichaelBanksCars.com Coupe could be out of the race. Not been a happy weekend for Darren. Another local man from Andover, just up the road. Michael Evans and Dan Fletcher together through the first couple of corners. Well, Darren Banks has got it going again, but with the front bodywork missing, I imagine, yes, he's going to head straight into the pits. 4 cars line astern for 2nd place. Mark Ridout in the KJS Body Shop car on the fight back. I think Darren Banks is going to be the man needing a body shop to fix his car. They disappear out into the country. It's Fletcher, Evans, O'Kane, Norton and Paul Smith now rounding out the top 10. It's Toyo Tires squealing on their absolute limits as Luca Staccini looking to attack now for second place. He knows no fear, the Italian, nor does John Winter, and they're side by side into Church, the fastest part of the course. John Winter holds on in second place. Johnny Rocket ready to fight back. Well, it sounds like the name of a superhero, doesn't it? He's going to need a superhero performance if he's going to move back ahead here up the inside. Staccini's trying to move to block him. Mark Ridout up the outside. Where's he come from? He's going to go into third place if he can get his braking right here. No, he's not. Staccini holds him off. So does Winter. Ooh, very, very close in there. And Johnny Rocket's been tagged. Over the grass he goes. Mark Ridout just didn't quite leave him room there. And Rocket is shuffled back into fifth place. Wayne Rocket's pulling away. His lead is nearly 3 seconds now as they head through the yellow flag zone. Johnny Rockets will be fired up and ready to fight back as they head towards the complex. Further back in the order, sixth is Michael Evans. He's got ahead of Dan Fletcher. Big lock-up again there from both Winter and Mark Ridout, who's sideways into the complex. That was more like rally style. Well, in the late 1990s, the Hyundai Coupe was briefly a rally car. Australian Wayne Bell was their lead driver. Of course, now Hyundai has its own leading World Rally Championship team. Taylor Norton out of shape there behind Eddie O'Kane, the O'Kane Irish Foods car. What if they do Irish food and drink? I'll have a pint of Guinness, please. No drinking and driving, of course. Eddie O'Kane chases Dan Fletcher. There's a battle at the back, number 16 of Callum Roby, all over the back of 65 Spencer Hirons. This is for 18th place. There's battles everywhere you look, all down the order. Out into the country there you go. You can see a number of these cars with novice crosses on the back. The Generation 2 car with the double headlights, Spencer Hirons, chased by Callum Roby, and here's this battle for second. It's still Winter, Staccini, Ridout and Rocket Jr. And Michael Evans is next through. Black and white driving standards flag goes out to the number 19. That's Johnny Rocket, a warning for driving standards. Presumably that's for cutting the chicane. If he does that again, he'll be risking a time penalty. Another lock-up, this time it's Staccini locking his brakes and Ridout. Off the curb comes the Italian. Forces Mark Ridout to go wide, but Ridout gets through on the exit into Cobb, and he's up to third. Great fight between these four. And now Ridout's hit the curb, he goes wide. I thought Staccini was going to give him a punt up the back there. He gets through again, and Mark Ridout has gained one place, and then he's immediately going to lose two because Johnny Rocket's coming up on the outside there at Noble. He'll have the inside for Goodwood. Yes, he's through. And poor old Mark Ridout, who's briefly third, is now down to fifth. That's allowed John Winter to escape by a car's length or so into second place. Something's hanging off underneath Johnny Rocket's car. It's probably from where he went across the curbs and the chicane earlier on. Bit of trim hanging down. Here comes Staccini up the inside at Church Corner. That's brave. Still side by side. Can he make that stick? They're still side by side, and here comes Johnny Rocket. He's trying to get a run on both of them. Tries to move back across, but Ridout's there. They could be four wide. Into the chicane, that's never going to work. There's a bit of contact there between Rocket and Staccini. Who the heck's going to come out in second place through this lot? It's going to be Staccini, who's last of the late breakers, and Rocket's through into third. Superb. John Winter has lost 3 places. He was second going into Church Corner. He's going to cross the line fifth. Magnificent racing. Wayne Rocket leads with 3.5 minutes to go. He leads by 4.3 seconds now against this squabbling quartet behind him. Now Staccini trying to break away and go after him. Here's a battle further back. Roger Owens, who started at the back of the grid, has got ahead of Matthew Watson in that bizarre pink, almost camouflage liveried cars. I don't know what you call that. With green wheels as well. Hasn't he got good taste? This is for 15th place. Roger Owens in the new shape car. Good qualifying effort, but dropped back in yesterday's race. Finished at the tail of the order. Next through is Nick Flowers, the red number 48's car. And still they fight for second. That's onto the back of the circuits. Two and a half minutes of this race to go in this second race of the weekend for the OT Publishing Hyundai Coupe Cup in association with Toyo Tires. That's a brave move, and it didn't come off for John Winter. He nearly came off though, onto the grass. Well, here's Wayne Rocket, right back in his old form. You wouldn't know he'd been away, would you? I think another comeback will be in the offing soon. Here comes Johnny and Mark Ridout together over the curbs again. You can use the tarmac through there, you know, guys. There's a black and white flag for number 75 now. That's Dan Fletcher. He's dropped to 8th place. So they came over the line. There was about just under 2 minutes on the clock. So we're on the penultimate lap now. Michael Evans has got away from the pack behind him as well. Lock up for Mark Ridout and from Luca Staccini. He slides wide. Will he defend second place? Only just. Over the curb goes Johnny Rocket again. No wonder he's got that black and white flag to warn him to stay on the black stuff. He's attacking Mark Ridout now. The two Generation 2 coupes, sandwiched by the two newer machines. Through Noble up towards Goodwood. This is great stuff. Here's a battle further back. This is the 46 of Mark Worsley. He's 13th. He's just taken former Coupe Cup race winner Kevin Smiles, making a comeback in the 112 Cup. Smiles tries to fight back through the right at Goodwood. Now on towards Village and Church. One more lap to go this time through. Wheel onto the dirt there for Mark Worsley in the green machine. Keeps his foot in, keeps it going, trying to chase down Ian Brunning. Number 18 in 12th, and still this battle goes on. Mark Ridout round the outside into the chicane, and there's contacts. Luca Staccini behind the barriers. He has to cut through there, and he rejoins. Oh, and there's more contact. That's Johnny Rocket and Mark Ridout. They're going to take each other out of the race completely at this rate. And somebody is out of the race. Callum Roby is pulling over. That's at Seagrave, I think. So, still these four fight it out. Goodness knows what's going to happen into the complex this time. Wayne Rocket's going to win this. He's missed all the fun, clearing off in front. Winter locks up, Ridout sideways, slides it through on the inside. He's driving like he's in a rally car. Now Staccini's going to relegate John Winter back again, and somebody else out. That's Dan Fletcher. 75 has pulled up. Michael Evans goes off. What is going on out there? They're all losing their heads on this last couple of laps, with the exception of Wayne Rocket. Well, the saying goes, if you can keep your head while all around you are losing theirs, you'll win a Coupe Cup race, I suppose. So now second it is Johnny Rocket, who's emerged from that melee in front. Is it going to be a family 1-2? Not if Mark Ridout and Luca Staccini have got anything to do with it. No. Let's see what's going to happen into the chicane for the final time. Will they get through it? They've been falling over each other through the chicane the last few laps. It's going to be a win for Wayne Rocket in the number 17. We checkered flag this time. Here he comes. The comeback man on his local circuit here at Thruxton is going to make it 2 out of 2. Here comes the second place fights. There's a yellow flag at the chicane. That was where Dan Fletcher's pulled off, so we won't see any moves made. It's going to be a Rocket family 1-2. Here they come. They're going to try and cross the line together. The Rocket men 1 and 2. Oh, and he lost that second place there, Johnny Rocket. He tried to do a formation finish with his father. Did Staccini get him? No, he didn't. It is a 1-2. The Rocket men have done the double. I think Wayne was slowing there to try and get a formation finish with his son. But then Johnny slowed as well, and he very nearly lost second place. Staccini almost got him. So Staccini is third, ahead of Ridout and Winter. Roger Owens is going to beat Matthew Watson home in their dice further back in the order for 14th place. And the last two finishers will come home, but there's going to be some emotional scenes in Parc Fermé, I think, after that one. And yes, Wayne pointing He's trying to point Johnny forward so they can do the lap of honour side by side. Come on, Johnny. There he is. How about that? Father and son, 1 and 2. That's never been done in the Coupe Cup before. And they do their lap of honour together. Big round of applause from the crowd. That was a cracking race for second place, but out in front, Wayne Rocket led all the way. It was Staccini third, then Ridout, Winter. Michael Evans was sixth. He almost caught that group at the end of the race because they slowed each other up so much. And Taylor Norton was next home. That's his best finish so far. I think it's 7th. It's a shame there was that yellow flag at the chicane. I think that's where Dan Fletcher had pulled up. So there wasn't a scrabble for positions there through the final chicane. So it's Rockets 1 and 2 then, just ahead of Luca Staccini. Well done to Wayne and Johnny. Mark Ridout in 4th, then John Winter wins Class X in 5th position ahead of Michael Evans, then Taylor Norton, Eddie O'Kane, Paul Smith, and Paul Laurie completes the top 10 ahead of Ian Brunning, Kevin Smiles, Mark Worsley. Roger Owens beats Matt Watson in their dice, then Nick Flowers and Spencer Hirons were the final finishers because we lost Dan Fletcher and Callum Roby late on, and Darren Banks, after going into the tyre wall, pulled into the pits. Staccini got the fastest lap, but the Rockets will have Smiles as wide as the Thruxton circuit, I think, right now. 2 races to go here at Thruxton today for the Morph Caterham Graduates Sigma 150 and Sig Max Championships. And then we close out with the Lancaster Insurance MG Owners Club Championship. Let's head down to Parc Fermé to celebrate with the Rocket Men.
Oh, hello everybody, welcome to Parc Fermé. Yes, it's Wayne Rocket again taking win. What a perfect weekend it's been for him. And his son Johnny Rocket coming second. It's a Rocket 1-2. Quite remarkable, isn't it? Let's go have a chat with Wayne.
Bloody gears coming up the straight.
Look at
Hey, lucky Luke, he did pass me before. On the finish line, I was slowing down. Just out there, I couldn't even finish it.
Wayne, congratulations, mate. How nice is this to be 1-2 with your boy?
Yeah, it's all right. Apart from the yellow flag there confused me. I come out on the straight to the finish flag and I forgot to change gear.
I thought actually going on Steiner last time, you had about a 5-second lead. I was like wondering over the line, it was like 0.5.
Backed it off at the back because it was the yellow flags.
Yeah.
And then so come out of there and my head was just forgot to change gear and slowed down.
Perfect weekend though for you, mate. Well
Brilliant,
done.
thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Cheers.
There you go. Let's grab Johnny as well, because another entertaining race, and Johnny ends it perfect second. You got to get him next time though, eh?
Oh, hopefully. Well, that was bloody good race, wasn't it?
It was very exciting.
Yeah.
How did the yellows at post 2 and 4 affect it, or did you just not really notice it?
No, it did give me a bit of a comfort, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Because you know no one's going to try it there. But get a good run out on the straight and then you're good for the chicane.
But we're going to see more of you, yeah?
Hopefully. I'll tell you about that.
Well done, mate. Congratulations.